All right, guys. This is live market training here. Today is 3/15/2022. We just crushed the day. All right. And the market isn't done yet, but I've closed my last trade today. 6 for 6 successful trades, top to bottom, right? Very nice day, right? So this training here is going to be a quick training on how to spot a single candle reversal. How to spot a single candle reversal. All right. So very simply, you have to have two things up on your screen, right? You have to have your levels. Number one, you have to have some volume, right? That's key. That's a standard, but that's not one of the things. You're going to have volume, but you have to have your levels, number one, and you have to have the volume profile or the volume bars at the bottom, right? You got to be able to read the volume. I'm on a 3-minute candle, 3-minute chart here. All right. And let's say you want to catch this move to the downside right here, right? Right here. And we caught this trade. The call out was made in the Discord. As it chipped around here in the SPY only options room, I closed the position. For those who were not inside of tier 3 access, I held and then, took the profit down here. So that's fine, right? Overall PT 390.43, and it looks like we may hit it and beyond, right? Okay. All right. Let's say you miss this move and then you see this aggressive action here and you're like, uh-oh, we're going up. And you don't really know what's going to happen. All right. You don't really know what's going to happen, but you do know, I snapped the trend line here for you guys. You do know overall we're trending down. This is a pretty clean setup here. All right. Great example is in the Discord, in the Killer Whales chat, what type of candle is that? What type of candle is that right there? Look at that volume shifting. See it coming in? What type of candle is that, guys? Someone type inside of the Killer Whales chat there. Let me know. What do you think? This candle right here. What type of candle is that? Anybody? Doji? Everyone says a doji. All right. So it's in between doji and spinning top. All right. We can call it that. But what is it indicative of, though? What is it indicative of? It's indicative that a potential change in direction is going to happen, right? That's not the I guess kicker. That's not what we're making our trading decision on. What we are making our trading decision on is the volume. So as we see at 333, we get a little volume kicks in here, a little green, bullish action. More volume, twice the amount, right? Twice the amount as the previous candle, and we get some strong action. Now look at the volume here. This is the highest volume of these 3 periods or these 3 candles, right? Right here at 339. That's the highest amount of volume of the 3 candles in this grouping. Yet the candlestick does not extend and blow forward, right? In fact, we end up with a spinning top or a doji, right? So let's check some boxes here. 1, we got a price level, rejection. 2, the trend is already going down. 3, we got less volume up here. And 4, the candle volume does not match the direction or the formation of the candle, what it should be. It should be a very bullish, directional candle. This tells us there's top-down pressure, lack of orders or whatever, or market participation up here at a level. You can feel confident 9 times out of 10, you got a reversal coming. So when you guys ask me, is this good to get in here? You have to read the candlesticks, right? Because if you miss a move based on the overall direction, volume, price levels, you can just gauge real quick. All right, I'm taking this trade, and you're good for at least $1 move right here, right? 39239. Look how these levels have been here for quite some time. You guys know that. So, we didn't just snap this level, but look how cleanly this thing is respecting that level, right? 39239 on down to 39125. That's more than $1, right? So if you were in a shorter DTE, today happens to be a Wednesday. If you played a 0 real fast, then likely you got, 30, 40, 50% just on this little 1 candle move on a 3-minute chart, right? And you have plenty of time to get out into profit down here. So I'm not suggesting that you trade volatile contracts. That's just an example. All right. That's just an example. All right. So I just want to share this with you guys really quickly. How to spot a single candle reversal, all right? This is on the 3-minute. This is the primary chart I trade on and I, make my decisions based off of. I'm watching the volume and I want to see correlated action between volume, the bars at the bottom and the candlesticks, all right? A little bit of green, a little bit of green. More green, more green. The most green should be big. It's not. In fact, I get top-down pressure. The highest probability for the next trade is that we receive a reversal. You guys know that this is discussed in the training, all right? So that's just a little something that I want to help you guys with. As you continue to get better, you'll be able to see, what I'm looking at, and you'll also be able to see multiple opportunities throughout the day. You won't just be tied to one, all right? So for those of you guys who are watching this for the first time, this training is live and we're doing it for the killer whales. So that's a special group of individuals that's inside of our Discord here, Wealth Whales. And when I post this, you can click the link and then come into the Discord, and you'll have to have tier 3 access to get live training like this throughout the day. So anyone that's here for the first time, this is periodically we will do this kind of training. And otherwise, you're more than welcome to go and click on the trainings that you need. You've got to start with 0 and 1, take all the trainings in order, and you'll be able to understand how to read. So what I'm talking about now is discussed in 0 and 1, training 0 and 1, candlestick trading and how it pertains to the market, how to read these, how to make snap decisions based on them for max profit. All right. Okay, guys, we're getting ready to wrap up. This was shorter than I thought. That's very good. We discussed how to spot a single candle reversal intraday. Price levels, volume will tell the full story, right? Price level, we're at a level. The volume bar at the bottom does not match the candle. We get a doji, spinning top. We know our highest probability is reversal. We have a lack of orders up top. It's the highest probability is that we get a reversal. And in this case, you could have entered right here at this level, and this could have been your only trade for the day, and you'd have made some substantial profits here. Now, as you know, we're 6 for 6 on the day, crushing it. Just a normal day. So, all right, guys, I'll take a question inside the killer whales. One question. I'll take one question inside the killer whales about this. If you got it, just give me a thumbs up. Otherwise, I'll shut it down here. See a number of you guys typing, so. Yep, very nice, TRP. Training for sure. Training will help with this. Most traders skip right over reading candlesticks at this level, but they tell the full story. And we train that in trainings 0 and 1. And then of course the other trainings, as you move down the stack, you can take them separately, 0, then 1. We prefer you take them together. You have to start at 0, no matter what. And then for those who want to grow faster, we go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5. And then you can take swing trading, and you can also get a coaching session where you may want to focus on one specific thing after you've taken some trainings, and then we can dial in and help you there. Okay. All right. So Ozzy is asking, let me put this up here, Ozzy, so everyone can see it. Ozzy's asking, so in the case where a candlestick does match with volume by time, would you be more wary of taking the trade? So no, I wouldn't be. If this next candle, well, I'm not counter trend trading today, as discussed. So let's be clear. Remember, early on in our pre-market, I said I'm not counter trend trading. If this was not a counter trend trade, and I saw strength coming in here, and I had follow through, I break a major level, and this next candle here matches the volume, and we continue to flow up, I would likely take the trade here for the next price level and allow market sentiment in the direction of the market to carry this trade and trail my stop. So you got to have harmony, right? You can't just look at it, because remember, why do we not trade low volume? Look at the volume back here. Why do we not trade low volume, right? There's a reason for that, and that's discussed obviously in training, but you guys should know, right? So when I have supporting data that supports obviously the direction and the formation of these candlesticks, the full story. This is basically price, right? This is price action on a very smaller time frame. So when I have price action, telling me and confirming what the direction is, then I get engaged. Yeah. All right, Grant, wait a minute. Excellent. Excellent. I got to put that up here, Grant. That's excellent. Good news. Look at that. Grant just said 5 for 5 today, 15% account increase. Man, oh man, look at you guys crushing it today. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I saw some of you guys say some other awesome big green. 2 for 2 today. Excellent. 4 for 4, 6 for 7. Green, 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 green. Excellent, guys. Excellent. Somebody posted an avocado. That's fluff. Excellent job there. But all right, I'm going to shut it down here, guys. I'm going to shut it down here. This was how to spot a single candle reversal for a quick scalp. Volume, price levels are key. All right. I'll see you guys in the Killer Whales voice for market recap.